Even tightly wrapped in saran, the jowl had sloughed off the cheekbones, and the once proud nose had wilted. The lower jaw, which in life had pulverized black walnuts, chestnuts, and acorns, looked melted. All up the back of its head, pustules wept. The lovely pink of its skin had gone the gray of mortar. Guilt sank its fangs into August's heart. It was such a waste. He inhaled, inviting the stench into his lungs, and retched. This was justice. It was right, he felt, that even slaughtered, flayed, butchered, decapitated, bled white, and smoked, still the pig had found a way to sock him in the mouth. The mouth that truly wanted socking, however, did not belong to August Sweeney. "Chucho, you hairless fuck!" August barreled out of the walk-in, bearing the pan with the pig's head like a father carrying a murdered child. "Hola, chef," said Chucho Rivera, switching on the hot lamps into the lungs. Chucho was indeed as hairless as a dolphin from his head to his pubes. August had seen it with his own eyes. "I should put those smooth balls of yours in the fryer and make you eat them." He rarely spoke to his cooks like this these days. It didn't fly anymore, but it was good to know that the old muscles had some life left. His back still turned to August, Chucho fired up the giant stainless steel stock pot on the range. "Your sister said to tell you hello, chef." "Chucho, tell me what happens if you wrap up hot meat and put it somewhere cold." "That's between me and your sister." A slimy piece of the pig's ear hit Chucho in the back of the head with a satisfying whack. "Hijo de... Motherfucker, mira. Look at this. I told you yesterday to smoke this, and then you wrapped it up hot and left it in the walk-in. Now what happens when you do that?" Chucho swallowed hard. "Pinche," he spat. "That stupid pinche cabron. The new guy, chef, the trainee. I had to jump onto the line because Claire cut herself real bad, so I told his skinny ass to take it out the smoker at 7. I wasn't watching him. Maybe he don't know." Hal would have known, thought August. Hal knew that if you wrap food when it's hot, you get bacteria out the yin-yang, decay at warp factor 5. Obviously, the new kid didn't. August hadn't bothered to learn his name, and now he wouldn't have to. "Yo, I could fire him for you, chef," Chucho asked gently. August nodded, a sigh emanating from somewhere deep inside his enormous body. August was tired of having to fire these kids himself. He didn't enjoy watching their dreams collapse. Whenever he'd take them on, they'd be so thrilled they'd practically levitate. They knew he could change their lives. One after another, they came crashing to earth. It was his fault for trying to find a second Hal. Once, he'd struck gold with an untrained, uneducated kid he'd hired on the grounds of he showed up gnawing on raw garlic, and then the kid broke his heart. Now the universe kept sending him fanboy clowns who wouldn't know the Maillard reaction if it seared their skin off. He considered that maybe he should just give in and hire the culinary school kids. August didn't even have a damn sister. He had a daughter, but Chucho knew better than to bring her up. Holding their breath, Chucho and August lugged the rotten, one-eared head out to the dumpster, and before they heaved it in, they both looked at it for a moment. Its eyes were black, like slimy, dull olives, and the way its jaw sagged, exposing its teeth, made the pig seem to grin. A big, hideous, yellow, molar-showing grin like the Cheshire cat with leprosy. Chucho was making the same face, with his eyes crossed and his tongue hanging out. August glared. Chucho stopped. After 5 years together, he knew where the line was. It made them both angry to lose the head. How many pig heads does a man get to cook in his lifetime? August had been planning to turn it into sisig, a spicy hash of cheek, tongue, chili, and liver that Santos, his sauté guy, had been pushing him to put on the menu. Now he'd have to start from scratch, because of some kid who was lucky all they were going to do was fire him. Back in the day, the punishment would have been medieval. It was 10 a.m., 7 hours to service, and they were about to be down a cook. As a young man, he'd relished last-minute improvisation. It was one of the things that had made him so compulsively watchable on television. Until, of course, he wasn't. but now the mere thought of crouching down to forage in the...
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.